Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. Today I want to talk to you about this huge elephant in the room. Was China really hiding information about COVID-19? And was it a reason that caused a global pandemic? But first, let's do an interesting test. What was the first thought when you look at this photo? Yes, you're right. The first thought should be, let's prepare for the fire before it gets here. Now, when China told everybody there was a pandemic caused by COVID-19 in late January, and China has locked down the country, what should other countries do? Yes, you're right again, my friend. The first thought should be, the leaders of the countries should talk about what to do next for prevention, and not just standing there and watch, or even look away.
Hello, it's me.
Oh, God, please, no! No!
One of those cases where the more I learn about coronavirus, the less concerned I am. There's a lot of hype.
The sky is falling because we have a few dozen cases of coronavirus on a cruise ship.
It's a virus like the flu. All the talk about coronavirus being so much more deadly doesn't reflect reality.
This virus should be compared to the flu because at worst case scenario, it could be the flu.
The far more deadly, more lethal threat right now is not the coronavirus. It's the ordinary old flu.
Want to know how I really feel about the coronavirus, Juan? If I get it, I'll beat it. I'm not afraid of the coronavirus, and no one else should be that afraid either.
It is very, very difficult to contract this virus.
It's milder than we thought. The fatality rate is going to drop.
So when you hear the context, it's not quite as scary.
It's actually the safest time to fly.
In our line of work, you shake hands. I expect the president will continue to do that. I'll continue to do it.
We have contained this. I won't say airtight, but pretty close to airtight.
It is being contained. And do you not think it's being contained?
This is a flu. This is like a flu.
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
Okay guys, the fun time is over. After I saved myself from watching that video, I think it's time for us to talk about something serious. If we to argue a point, you can't be having your argument based on slanderous or accusation. It has to be based on the absolute true facts. And whether China has lied or hiding information, neither you can prove it, nor I can prove you wrong. So it's all a waste of time. And to be honest, I'm kind of tired of listening to this. So let's put a stop on it. And now we had to flip that page over. And it's time to put some facts with certainty on the table. As we all know, time will tell. So I made up a few timelines for you to look at. And let's see what kind of conclusion we can come up with. And bear in mind, please, let's all to be thinking about what's the real reason for this terrible global situation while we're watching what's coming up next. And I gave a little hint. We're going to watch the response time of the top 6 countries who's got worst epidemic. Now let's begin. Before we continue, I would like to take a few seconds to pay condolences to people who had passed away in this crisis. Okay, let's get back to it then. Before I get to the point, I would like to establish one common understanding with everybody. That would you consider this figure a real threat, a serious situation, and then you would call this a pandemic? I would take a liberty on saying that everyone would agree with this figure is a serious problem. And this figure was submitted to WHO on the 31st of January 2020. By then, most of the European countries, plus America, had already found their first case. Now my question is this. If the governments didn't underestimate the COVID-19 situation and they acted quickly as soon as they found out their first case, would the situation turn out very differently? I think we all know the answer to that. And it's just a matter of whether everyone wants to say it out loud. But I want to say this in my video. That the government's downplay to the situation is the direct cause of this global crisis. And whether China was lying or hiding information has got absolutely nothing to do with this. It is time for us to acknowledge and admit it. And in the end, I would put some more videos and figures for you to have a look. And I hope I see you soon in my next video. Bye bye everyone. Stay safe and sound.
一场春秋，生生灭灭，浮华是非，待花开之时再醉一回。一壶清酒，一生忏悔。
The Obama administration made a decision on testing that turned out to be very detrimental. Many administrations preceded me. For the most part, they did very little. World Health Organization, they called it wrong. They call it wrong. They missed the call. Like in Illinois, the governor couldn't do his job. With Governor Cuomo, he had a chance to order 16,000 ventilators 2 years ago, and he turned it down. He turned down the chance. Now, he can't be blaming us. I talk about the Chinese virus, and I mean it. That's where it came from. It comes from China. Certainly, the world is paying a big price for what they did. 10 to 20,000 masks to 300,000. Something's going on. Where are the masks going? Are they going out the back door?
You did disband the White House Pandemic Office.
And when you say me, I didn't do it. We have a group of people. I could ask perhaps by administration, but I could perhaps ask Tony about that, because I don't know anything about it. I mean, you say we did that. I don't know anything about it. I don't take responsibility at all. I don't take responsibility at all. I don't take responsibility at all.